So I just finished Game 1, NBA Finals 2025. We're here, Thunder, Pacers. And it was very similar to when you watch a movie and you watch, the good guy or the protagonist go through. He does his thing, the whole movie's building up, and then the writers just decide to say, to hell with it. And they just ditch the story, they ditch the game plan, and they just go left. That's what it was like watching the Thunder in the second half of Game 1 of the NBA Finals. All credit to the Pacers. They did what they're supposed to do. I still think Thunder in 5, but let's look at what was going on in that game now. First quarter, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, he's going crazy in terms of the shot attempts. I'm not saying he's going crazy. I mean, he shot decently in the first quarter, but he still put out, I think it was 18, maybe even 20 shots in the first half. He was very aggressive. I think it was actually sub 50%, but I mean, it's okay. He's like in the 40s, somewhere around there. He was hitting a decent amount of them. The problem they had offensively tonight, Chet Holmgren, I give him a lot of credit. Very good player. I like his aggressiveness getting to the rim, but he's missing some easy layups. Jalen Williams was missing a lot of jumpers that characteristically he usually does not miss. I think offensively, that spark, if they could have had that throughout the game, they would have put this team away. In terms of the Pacers are not a team that you want to play with in the clutch. That team is no joke. The NBA honestly probably needs to be investigated for, doing some black magic with Tyrese Halliburton when it comes to his late game heroics, because this man seems to have the quote-unquote magic touch. For some reason, this man, fourth quarter, he turns into a whole different player when it comes to his finishing ability. When he sized up, I mean, we're skipping to the fourth quarter now, but when he was sizing that boy up, I was watching, I was like, yep, it's going through. Just his release point is so damn high, it's very hard to block. So, I mean, if he could just get a good look at the rim, he has a pretty good shot at going in. I mean, he's not Steve Nash, who, Steve Nash always had a height disadvantage, even at 6'3" or so. Most of the guys who are trying to guard him, they're throwing their best guard at him. They're going to be like 6'6" or so, similar to like a Nesmith size guard. But with Halliburton, whoever you're throwing on him, he probably has the length advantage on the wing. And if he doesn't have the length advantage, he probably has the quickness advantage. So, I mean, he's dangerous in the clutch. Pascal Siakam did his job the whole night. I mean, free throws, he's got to improve on those because he could have kept the Pacers a little bit closer, but he was pretty consistent the whole night. Wasn't as sharp as, last series, some of his high scoring games, the 30-point games, but still a decent game out of him. I think the Thunder, what they discounted was a certain player by the name of Nembhard. This guy, he can run the offense for the Pacers as well. When they get Halliburton off ball, it seems like the Thunder did not know what to do defensively. First quarter, they came out looking like dogs. I mean, they were chasing people off the line, freaking hands everywhere. Thunder tonight, their hands were on everything. The first half and the second half, they were two completely different teams. Not to take away from the Pacers, but two completely different teams they played, first half versus second half. Pacers obviously made adjustments, and yes, they were still within I think they were like within 12 or something when the half was over. They weren't far behind considering how many turnovers they had. They had was it 18, 19, 20 turnovers? It was they said it was a record, but the Pacers, they looked like they had butterfingers on their hands in the first quarter, especially Miles Turner. I like Miles Turner, but he was giving that ball up way too much. I was like, yo, what the hell is this? Look, when I play defense, so I'm swiping. Every time you're trying to go up, I'm swiping. If you bring the ball down, I'm swiping at it. We're going to check to see what your grip strength is like. We're going to check to see, how much of a man you are in terms of protecting the ball security. And the Pacers were getting checked tonight, first quarter, second quarter, getting ripped on the wing, getting ripped in the paint. Now, they didn't capitalize because, Chet Holmgren's a hell of a player. I think I counted like 3-4 missed layups, that weren't really heavily defended. Because he was getting a step on Miles Turner. Miles Turner is a decent defender in the paint, but on the perimeter, every big man's going to get past him that's decently quick, as we saw with Cat in the last series. What was I going to say? That's right. Jalen Williams. Jalen Williams is too good of a player. Way too good of a player to be he didn't no-show in terms of effort, but he no-showed in terms of execution on the offensive end. I thought he left a lot to be desired. There was a lot to be, desired on that side. With the way he was finishing in terms of his jump shots, a lot of them were short, almost like he didn't have the legs tonight. He's a pretty good player both ways. That's why you saw, his All NBA selections, etc. I think he's like the first player to ever, have All NBA defense, All NBA, be All Star as well, and make a Finals appearance in the same season. So I mean, he's having a hell of a year. Very good, really great year. But this was not a game one that he's going to want to remember. Now, the good thing for this Thunder team is they should be able to call on the fact that first half they had these boys. I mean, it was locked down. They had them turning the ball over like crazy. They just couldn't execute on the other side. Shout out to Alex Caruso. Did a pretty good job this game. He was balling. A lot of the Thunder players like Lou Dort. Lou Dort was smacking it from downtown. I mean, he was hitting everything. It's like the man. They wasted a great game out of those two guys. Those two guys had a great game. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, he had a lot of points, but I don't think it was his most impactful game. Yeah, his buckets were timely, but the last sequence of the game, I thought that step back jumper, yeah, he hits that a lot, but I think he should have went to the cup. He goes to the cup. The way he draws fouls, he's most likely getting something, and he can take this game, down and probably put them ahead by at least 3 instead of that whole situation at the end of the game. I think Rick Carlisle really showed his experience versus this coach Dagnall, or however you pronounce his last name. I don't want to butcher it, but I usually watch the game with the commentary off, by the way. I mean, no disrespect to Doris Burke or any of those guys, but if it's not Jeff Van Gundy, Reggie Miller, Kevin Harlan, what's his name, Mark Jackson, like these kind of guys, I don't really want to hear too much, just because those guys are calling out sets, they're calling out game plan, they're calling out all that stuff. Doris Burke, she sometimes does that as well, but I don't really want to hear her voice when I'm watching the game. It's no disrespect. I liked her as a sideline reporter. I mean, she got an opportunity to do this. That's great and all, but it's just me. In general, I usually don't watch too much again with the commentary, because sometimes they add a little too much to the game where you're trying to watch and it's not as pure, because they're getting in your head and giving you thoughts about what's happening when really it's not. So yeah, it's a shame, but definitely this broadcast team, it was stronger in years past. I would say Mike Breen doesn't really sound as energetic, but the game itself was a pretty good game. That first half, the Thunder came out. They were, AAU slapping the wood, D'ing people up, let's go. And the second half, the Pacers just chipped away at them methodically. They just did it the same way they'd been doing the whole damn playoffs. And yes, I still think Thunder in 5. I think they're the more talented team. They're a very disciplined defensive team. The second half, they decided to, go to autopilot. They probably were feeling themselves a little too much, but we'll see. I personally, I have no dog in the fight. Whoever wins, it'd be great for basketball, period. I'd love to see Halliburton, Siakam go get that ring for Indiana. Long overdue. Oklahoma City, it would be great to see a young team, actualize on their potential. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to be coming with a review after every game. Shout out to Rick Carlisle for keeping those boys in the game at half. He told them, he's like, look, we done turned the ball over about 20 times, and we're only like, 10-something points behind, 12 points behind. We got them right where we want them. We got them on the ropes right where we want them. They're in our sights. And they hawked them down slowly but surely, and they got them. They executed. Shout out to the Pacers. I still think Thunder in 5, but I'd love to be proven wrong. Love to see a ring come to, or not come, I'm not in there. Go to Indiana. All right, now if you want to see more of this, you already know where to find it. And once again, as always, don't be mad at me, be mad at yourself.